But how important is it, Randall, for the individual himself or herself to recognize the need for that support? Because I take your point that providing those services, really energizing community centers, giving NGOs the real resources to do things, government showing a real interest beyond votes and so on. But at the other end of the scale, the people have to understand, the parents have to understand that they need some help.
Correct, correct. And I'm glad you raised that point. I mean, we have to have change in our social fabric, the society itself, the way we think we have to change, because people will always make the excuse that they're not having enough and I don't have this. But there is, I wouldn't say satisfactory, but there is a level of these things available in your community as well. And sometimes they're lacking resources because they don't even have the communal support. So as important as it is to put these places in the community themselves must appreciate and support it as well. Because most of those vulnerable parents, unless they get people to come to their doorstep sometimes, they don't care to go for these services. So you make a very, very factual point. So we, as advocates, have to continue to advocate and sometimes go the further distance. If you and be our brothers keepers sometimes, members of the community. I remember back in the days when you had the one or two wayward children, the neighbor would take them to things like Vacation Bible School, or take them to summer camps, or take them to the police club because they didn't see the parents doing it. Other family members stepped in and got those children into spaces of positive influence. And unless we go back to that traditional behavior where we start looking out for children that we can identify may be at risk, then the community is going to fail. So I agree with that wholeheartedly, that the community has its part to play. You have to put yourself in these spaces. You can't just see the children going on a deviant road and throw your hands up in the air and say, well, the father wasn't there or the mother wasn't there, and that is the reasoning. You must force yourself into spaces to get the right tools to be able to parent better, to at least subject the children to spaces of positive influence. You have to, that is parenting. Parenting is not meant to be easy, you know. You have to be flexible, you have to be on the ball, and as I said, you have to set goals for parenting. You can't just do it haphazardly. You get up tomorrow, get up today, because you're going to parent differently in the same house, because you're going to have children that are different, that need you to parent differently, sorry.